Bonjour et bienvenue à cette troisième partie sur cette série intitulée « L'arrivée d'un nouvel ordre mondial ». Cette vidéo est la suite et la conclusion concernant les élections américaines de 2016. Vous avez pu constater à quel point les médias, ou devrais-je dire la mafia, est sous l'emprise des Clinton, Obama et compagnie. Eh bien, en voici un autre exemple frappant.
It's great to be here with 1,000 wonderful people, or as I call it, a small, intimate dinner with some friends. Or as Hillary calls it, her largest crowd of the season.
She does take quite a while longer. What happens to other folks who want a chance to run against her?
Because she's doing what they call in politics freezing pockets. Because the donors are giving her money thinking she's going to run. That means they're not going to have available money for other candidates if she doesn't. And I don't think she's going to give it to them.
She's on her way to deciding.
We'll see.
About deciding.
We couldn't help her any more than we have.
I know.
You know what I mean? She's got just a free ride so far from the media. We're the biggest ones promoting her campaign. So we couldn't help her any more than we have.
I know.
You know what I mean? She's got just a free ride so far from the media. We're the biggest ones promoting her campaign. We couldn't help her any more than we have.
I know.
You know what I mean? She's got just a free ride so far from the media. We're the biggest ones promoting her campaign.
These events give not only the candidates a chance to be with each other in a very social setting, it also allows the candidates the opportunity to meet the other candidates' team. Good team. I know Hillary met my campaign manager, and I got the chance to meet the people who are working so hard to get her elected. There they are, the heads of NBC, CNN, CBS, ABC, there's the New York Times right over there, and the Washington Post. They're working overtime. True. True.
Just wanted to come back and say hello. Some of you have been on the trail for the whole time. No more debates. No more naps.
And how did you feel? How did you feel when he said, you know, nasty woman, and you're a puppet, and the issue of Vladimir Putin?
Yeah, I just didn't pay any attention to that.
Observez la même chose avec Hollywood. Parce que ces célébrités sont riches et ont eu du succès, ils semblent montrer qu'ils sont plus intelligents et que de voter pour Trump serait stupide.
On Tuesday, November 8th, this country will make one of the most important
decisions in its history.
You have a chance.
You have an obligation
to be a part of that decision.
You might think it's not important. You might think you're not important.
But that's not true.
And the only way we can prove that to you is by having lots of famous people.
Lots of famous people.
Lots and lots of famous people.
Just a shit ton of famous people.
Repeating how important.
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 Important. Important.
How important it is.
Register.
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 Vote.
There's so many famous people.
Some of us aren't as famous, but still pretty famous.
Like, you've seen us somewhere.
Sometimes a not famous person will be mixed in with the famous ones.
They drive the message home
because of their unpolished sincerity.
Their unpolished sincerity.
But you only get this many famous people together if the issue's
one that truly matters to all of us.
A disease or
ecological crisis or
a racist, abusive coward who could permanently damage the fabric of our society.
Do the math. Do we really want to give nuclear weapons to a man whose signature move is firing?
Firing things?
But we can end this nightmare before it begins.
We can save the day.
For our children.
For our children.
For our children.
For our communities.
For our communities.
For our communities.
For America.
For America. For America.
All it takes is all of us.
All of us.
All of us.
We cannot pretend both sides are equally unfavorable.
We can't say one vote doesn't matter.
Your vote matters.
Your vote matters. It affects everything.
Not just the presidency, but the Senate.
The House.
Your local officials.
Immigration.
Immigrant.
Student debt. Common sense gun laws.
The Supreme Court.
See, this isn't just an election, it's a tipping point.
For the country.
For the world.
For your world.
If you don't know how or where to register,
Go to savetheday.vote.
Savetheday.vote.
Make yourself heard.
Tell the world that you care about what happens to it.
And if you do vote,
And help protect this country from fear and ignorance.
Mark will do a nude scene in his next movie?
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo will do a nude scene in his next movie.
Wait, what?
Mark will do a nude scene.
Mark's gonna have his dick out.
Full Monty.
Full Marky.
No.
Go to savetheday.vote.
When nobody talked about.
Save the day.
Make Mark be naked.
By making your mark on November 8th.
They should just vote because it matters, you know? Don't you think?
We're all in this together. That's why the most popular or memorable actor is the last one you see.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Election Day is Tuesday, November 8th.
I know this because some famous actors told me.
Thanks, famous actors.
Thanks, famous actors.
Thanks, famous actors.
I had no idea.
No idea.
I was just thinking sometime in December, maybe January.
Wait, it's this year?
I thought it was over.
It turns out this election is important.
Really important.
Really important.
Really, really important.
Because I thought it was, you know,
no big deal.
Again, thanks, famous actors, because it's times like these when we realize just how lucky we are to have
famous Hollywood actors.
To guide us.
To guide us.
They know stuff we just don't know.
Stuff we can't know.
Because we're not famous actors.
And they're not just acting smart.
They are smarter.
They are smarter.
And thank goodness they made it clear that we must vote for Hillary.
I could have made a terrible mistake without their help.
I thought Clinton deleting all those emails was
dishonest and corrupt.
And put our national security at risk.
But now we know it was all just an accident.
Just an accident.
It was just an accident.
An accident that could happen to any of us. I mean, who among us
couldn't accidentally hit the delete button 30,000 times?
30,000 times?
30,000 times.
I'm actually quite embarrassed. I was going to vote for Trump
before checking with, well, Scarlett and
Robert or
that little dude who was in something.
I mean, I almost voted for Donald Trump just because he knows how to turn things around.
Wants to secure our borders,
protect our religious freedoms,
wipe ISIS off the face of the earth.
Off the face of the earth.
Let American companies compete on an even playing field.
And let us keep more of our hard-earned money.
But now I know thinking that way was just plain...
It was just plain...
deplorable.
Deplorable.
Let's be honest.
When a bunch of famous actors take time out of their busy day
to have their driver take them to the studio so they can look right into the camera
and share their collective wisdom and insights, well...
You just have to pay attention.
I just wish they would offer their advice more often.
Like...
where to invest my money.
How to raise my kids.
Whether I should take that job in Cincinnati.
What that lump is on my elbow.
Well, they certainly were right about one thing. Your vote really does matter.
Really does matter.
Your vote does matter.
So on November 8th, please join us in sending a loud and clear message
to each and every one of those Hollywood Einsteins.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
For nothing.
For nothing.
For nothing.
Thanks. For nothing.
Wikileaks est une organisation non gouvernementale fondée par Julian Assange en 2006 dont l'objectif est de publier des documents ainsi que des analyses politiques et sociales à l'échelle du monde. Plusieurs millions de documents relatifs à des scandales de corruption, d'espionnage et de violation de droits de l'homme concernant des dizaines de pays à travers le monde ont été publiés sur le site Internet depuis sa création. Il existe un site Internet qui rapatrie tous les messages et permet aux utilisateurs de façon efficace et rapide d'avoir accès à cette vaste information. L'adresse du site est https://clinton www.media.mit.edu/Clinton, laquelle je vais vous laisser dans la case de description en dessous de la vidéo. Vous allez pouvoir constater les différentes activités criminelles d'Hillary, les archives des courriels de cette dernière, celles de John Podesta et du Parti démocratique. La grosseur du cercle représente la quantité des courriels reçus ou envoyés de la personne ou de l'organisation, tandis que la ligne entre les deux indique la quantité déployée entre les deux personnes.
By the way, you may have seen that I recently launched a Snapchat account. I love it. I love it. Those messages disappear all by themselves.
I'll make our government open and transparent so that anyone can ensure that our business is the people's business. Sunlight is the greatest disinfectant.
What do you think Donald Trump needs to do to come out on top?
Well, on the character issue, the public, 2/3 or more of the public knows that Hillary Clinton's a liar. She can't be trusted. And now the two faces of Hillary Clinton are coming out. The fact through WikiLeaks that she says one thing.
Oh, no. All right, let's see if we can get Congressman Collins back. Obviously, we just lost his satellite feed. That sucks.
Pendant cette course à l'élection, mais plus particulièrement ces 2 dernières semaines, la démocrate gauche a perturbé des rassemblements et causé des actes criminels contre les partisans de Donald Trump. Les troubles fêtes âgés de moins de 30 ans sont subventionnés par le milliardaire George Soros, qui est aussi celui qui orchestre les violences qui surviennent à travers l'Europe.
Why are you guys doing that? Fuck Donald Trump, nigga. You feel me? Why? Fuck Donald Trump, nigga. Fuck that cracker. Racist fucker. He's a racist. He's a racist. Okay, fuck you. Fuck you. It's America, motherfucker.
Here we've got another one. Oh, we got a fight here. They're throwing things at the guy who has a Trump shirt on. Oh, he just got knocked in the back of the head. He just got punched in the face. And now they're rushing him. Now they're knocking him to the ground. and you're watching as this Trump supporter is hit over. Said he's not backing down. We have a couple of fights going on at the same time. I'm not sure what you're seeing here, but I'm watching a couple of people wearing Trump shirts hit, and they're hitting back. We're going to keep following them. Now they're kicking this person and following them down the street. At this point, we're now a couple of blocks away from where the protest started, where the venue was. In another area of this protest, I'm seeing a Make America Great Again hat lit on fire. That's not uncommon either after these rallies that we see. And they're continuing to run after these people who have Trump things on. We'll try to run and catch up to them.
Ces actes sont en plus encouragés par le vice-président Joe Biden, la deuxième personne la plus puissante des États-Unis, a lancé un appel à la violence parce qu'il est d'un autre parti politique, en déclarant qu'il souhaitait pouvoir retourner dans le temps de l'école secondaire et donner une bonne correction à Donald Trump en arrière d'un gym. Ben voyons donc.
He said, because I'm famous, because I'm a star, because I'm a billionaire, I can do things other people can't. What a disgusting assertion for anyone to make. The press always asks me, don't I wish I were debating him? No, I wish we were in high school, I could take him behind the gym. That's what I wish.
It turns out some of those protesters at the Trump rallies were paid, but are we seeing a double standard here?
Oh my gosh. I mean, can you imagine if Mike Pence had said that he'd like to just go up and slap Hillary Clinton? Just think of the outrage. That's all we would be seeing on television this weekend. I mean, you got Joltin' Joe out here who now basically says he'd like to go and take a punch at Donald Trump. I'm just wondering if the Secret Service will do an investigation of Uncle Joe for having threatened a presidential candidate.
Pas surprenant que des complots contre le candidat républicain ont été entamés.
If Trump gets elected, I'm sure a lot of people are going to go crazy enough to...
I feel like we're going to see another assassination.
Yeah, people are going to go crazy enough to do what they did to
assassination.
JFK and everybody. And
assassinate Trump?
Yeah, I have a feeling that if Trump is elected, we're going to see another assassination because there are enough people in this country that would like that.
I feel like if he actually becomes president, there might be an issue with him being assassinated.
Yeah.
With
Trump getting assassinated?
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure a lot of people will try.
I wouldn't be very
Yeah. What kind of rifle do you think would be best to use on him?
Anything that can kill him.
There's so much aggression and so much violence and so much hatred. Fortunately, these are not usually gun toters. These are usually liberals that don't like him, and they don't usually have guns. But I will say that I do fear that he's not safe.
So folks, here's what happens. I will call up Terry, the president. I guess I have to do it myself. I know it's not. Kick his ass, Donald! Don't get him! Don't get him! Motherfucker! Don't get him!
CNN a sauté sur l'occasion pour en faire une vedette et prétendre qu'il est un gars raisonnable. Cette personne disait qu'il se préparait pour devenir un martyr durant la planification de l'attaque. Je ne pense pas que la réaction des médias aurait été la même advenant qu'une personne ait essayé de s'en prendre à Mme Clinton. Il existe des centaines, sinon des milliers de personnes sur les réseaux sociaux qui publient directement des menaces ou la mort de Donald Trump. Ces gens devraient normalement être arrêtés. Non, les pasteurs qui proclament que Jésus est le Fils de Dieu sont de loin plus dangereux que des individus qui se nourrissent de haine dans leur cœur. Le mal et la tromperie sont à son apogée. Michelle Fields est une journaliste dans le domaine de la politique pour Huffington Post et raconte à la chaîne de télévision Fox News sa mésaventure alors qu'elle posait une question au candidat républicain. Et je cite, « Avant qu'il puisse répondre, faisant référence à M. Trump, j'étais poussé par en arrière. Quelqu'un m'a agrippé fermement par le bras d'un coup sec. J'ai presque tombé, mais j'ai été capable de maintenir mon ballon. Néanmoins, j'ai été secoué. » Comme si le garde de sécurité de Donald Trump l'avait malmené de la même manière que King Kong est l'amour de sa vie. Maintenant, sachez qu'une bombe de feu a explosé récemment dans un siège social du Parti républicain de la Caroline du Nord. Des graffitis peinturés sur les murs des bâtiments avoisinants affichaient que les membres du parti auraient avantage à quitter la ville. Sachez que les immigrants entrés dans le pays illégalement par la frontière du Mexique, gracieuseté de Barack Obama, qui ont un permis de conduire, peuvent voter cette année. Sachez que des citoyens américains qui n'avaient pas voté pour les élections de 2012 ont découvert qu'ils étaient sur la liste qui avait voté pour Obama. Sachez que le secrétaire de l'État du Colorado, Wayne Williams, a cité que des enquêteurs ont découvert plusieurs cas de femmes et d'hommes morts au Colorado qui étaient enregistrés comme ayant voté. Sachez que les élections ont débuté le 24 octobre pour ceux qui veulent voter avant la date prévue pour éviter les longues lignes d'attente. C'est ce que 2 résidents du Canyon ont fait pour s'apercevoir qu'après avoir choisi le Parti républicain, le bulletin de vote avait sélectionné le Parti démocrate. Sachez qu'il existe environ 50 000 machines à voter à travers 16 États appelées Smartmatic, qui viennent d'une compagnie venant du Royaume-Uni et attachée à la personne de George Soros, qui transfère les votes républicains aux démocrates. Les médias travaillent très fort pour dire que la victoire d'Hillary Clinton est dans la poche. Mais ce n'est qu'un mensonge pour jouer psychologiquement dans la tête des gens, pour la simple et bonne raison qu'ils souhaitent que ceux qui sont pour Trump ne se présentent pas pour voter, pensant qu'ils ne feront aucune différence sur le résultat parce qu'Hillary va l'emporter de toute façon. Plus que l'on s'approche des élections, plus que l'information en rapport avec la tricherie est mise en lumière. Si Hillary gagne, c'est presque sûr que la guerre civile va éclater aux États-Unis. Les citoyens qui ont perdu leur emploi et ceux qui sont dans le besoin financier en ont ras-le-bol de leur situation. Si Hillary devient présidente, ce serait pareil comme si Obama avait un 3e terme avec la supposément promesse d'un changement et que le tout était prévu d'avance.
Hillary is and has been in politics since the 70s. What's her pitch? The economy is busted. The government's corrupt. Washington is failing. Vote for me. I've been working on these problems for 30 years. I can fix it, she says.
Why isn't there a contempt citation pending against Mrs. Clinton now? Why do they have to wait for the Justice Department to do something? If they think that she was in contempt of Congress, the way they treated in terms of her testimony being incorrect or false, and the fact that emails were destroyed after Congress subpoenaed them, why is it that Congress isn't holding Mrs. Clinton in contempt? And the other uncomfortable point I'm going to bring up, at least from the point of view, I think, of many Republican leaders, is that they can also impeach Mrs. Clinton, and they don't have to wait for her to be president to impeach her. Congress retains the ability to impeach a federal officer for conduct, whether that officer whether that officer is still in office or not.
Plusieurs scénarios sont possibles concernant les prochaines élections et celle que Trump soit capable de déclencher qu'une enquête soit faite sur les votes suite à une victoire d'Hillary et qu'Obama s'en mêle est aussi plausible. L'éventualité qu'un événement majeur se produise et qu'Obama ordonne la loi martiale, que la santé d'Hillary se dégrade au point de suspendre ou de la remplacer par Michelle Obama ou quelqu'un d'autre sont aussi à considérer. Si Donald Trump gagnait les élections, Barack Obama pourrait décider de rester en pouvoir suite à l'ordre exécutif qu'il a mis en place au début de l'année pour exercer un troisième terme. N'oubliez pas qu'il reste en pouvoir jusqu'au 20 janvier 2017 et l'inauguration du prochain président.
Will Hillary Clinton be perceived as serving Barack Obama's third term?
Plan, and she will be a third term of Obama.
She does represent effectively a third Obama term.
You know, she has to run for Obama's third term anyway. She can't run away from it, so I think she said, okay, I might as well own it.
Right, it is completely different, and in large part because Hillary Clinton is running to effectively be the third term of Barack Obama.
That's right.
Barack Hussein Obama, qui est né au Kenya, et parce que son lieu de naissance n'étant pas les États-Unis, et donc ne peut pas, selon la Constitution, devenir président de ce pays, a reçu son éducation d'un certain Frank Davis. Ce dernier vient lui aussi, comme par hasard, du Kenya, tout en étant anticoloniste, musulman, socialiste et anti-américain, dont le nom est mentionné 22 fois dans le livre Dreams from My Father, qui en français veut dire « Rêve de mon père », sur les souvenirs de Barack Obama. Et lorsqu'on est au courant que les théories de l'auteur du livre Rules for Radicals, Règles pour les radicales, de M. Saul Alinsky, a influencé Obama et Hillary, on commence à voir les pièces se mettre en place. La combinaison Obama-Clinton a lancé l'invasion de millions de réfugiés à travers l'Europe et l'Amérique et réduit l'effectif militaire à celle du temps avant la Deuxième Guerre mondiale. Ils ont congédié quelques 300 hauts gradés, comme Staline l'avait fait, en Russie sous l'influence d'Hitler juste avant la Deuxième Guerre mondiale. C'est pourquoi Obama et Hillary se font un plaisir d'affaiblir le pays et d'harceler le gros ours, l'animal associé à la Russie, qui a la Chine, l'Iran et maintenant la Turquie comme alliés et j'en passe. Les États-Unis sont présentement en train de se détruire. La moitié de la population haït l'autre moitié, du point de vue racial, de la classe, de la religion, de la politique, pendant qu'une oppression se fait sentir de par le monde entier.
You can put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it. But that other basket of people are people who feel the government has let them down, the economy has let them down, nobody cares about them.
La réalité est que les émotions sont à son plus haut niveau aux États-Unis à cause de toute la corruption qui est révélée et que personne n'est mis au cachot.
Do you know what I hear a lot? They are clinging to the hope that the way they'll be able to deal with that is that at some point between now and the election, and they say this, that they will get to see Hillary Clinton in handcuffs.
Oh my
That there will
goodness.
be some kind of political perp walk based on your private.
That is not going to happen. There is not even the remotest chance that is going to happen.
The way to make government responsible is to hold it accountable. And the way to make government accountable is make it transparent so that the American people can know exactly what decisions are being made, how they're being made, and whether their interests are being well served. For a long time now, there's been too much secrecy in this city. The old rules said that if there was a defensible argument for not disclosing something to the American people, then it should not be disclosed. That era is now over. Starting today, every agency and department should know that this administration stands on the side not of those who seek to withhold information, but those who seek to make it known.
This is what we call smart power, showing respect even for one's enemies.
I am very pleased to welcome Minister Gaddafi here to the State Department. We deeply value the relationship between the United States and Libya. We have many opportunities to deepen and broaden our cooperation. Thank you. Delighted you're here. Thank you all.
In the years ahead, Libya could become a peaceful democracy, or it could descend into chaos. As we came, we saw, he died.
No more secrecy. That's a commitment I make to you as president. No more secrecy.
So, yes, I mean, Libya was a different kind of calculation, and we didn't lose a single person. 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 We didn't lose a single person.
Thank you. America is in many ways divided like it's never been before. And the great religious leaders here tonight give us all an example that we can follow. We're living in a time and age that we never thought possible before. The vicious barbarism we'd read about in history books, but never thought we'd see it in our so-called modern-day world. Who would have thought we would be witnessing what we're witnessing today? We've got to be very strong, very, very smart, and we've got to come together, not only as a nation, but as a world community. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
There's a great deal of offshore money that has moved out of Russia through the hands of oligarchs. It would be extremely embarrassing if that were revealed, and doing so would be a way to have a proportional response to what we have seen.
Tonight, high-level U.S. intelligence sources are describing to us details of a CIA-led cyber retaliation against Russian computer systems. And it could get personal, targeting the Russian leadership from Vladimir Putin on down.
Russia has been making U.S. headlines filled with allegations of stirring up public distrust ahead of November's presidential elections. Our correspondent, Gana Chichikan, has the story.
Russia, if you're listening.
Pressure that Russia's putting on our European allies.
In friendship with Russia.
Russian intelligence services.
Russia.
Russian people.
Russia.
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 Hillary Clinton has persistently insinuated that the Russian president is trying to interfere in the U.S. presidential election and get Donald Trump elected. She and her campaign have suggested that it was Russia that leaked thousands of emails of the Democratic Party, which showed that the party used its resources to undermine Bernie Sanders in her favor.
Hillary Clinton's campaign has again accused the whistleblowing website WikiLeaks of collaborating with the Russian government.
The timing of this leak, what are you hearing from inside these campaigns?
Well, the Clinton campaign certainly believes that there's connection to the Russian government and that the timing is intended to embarrass them. I mean, this came out on the Friday before the convention started. They do expect that there will be more leaks and that it could go on for several more weeks, if not months.
But you are very clearly quoting from WikiLeaks, and what's really important about WikiLeaks is that the Russian government has engaged in espionage against Americans. They have hacked American websites, American accounts of private people, of institutions. Then they have given that information to WikiLeaks for the purpose of putting it on the internet. This has come from the highest levels of the Russian government, clearly from Putin himself, in an effort, as 17 of our intelligence agencies have confirmed, to influence our election. But increasingly, we are seeing cyber attacks coming from states, organs of states. The most recent and troubling of these has been Russia.
Russian aggression? What is she talking about?
Russia's hacked into a lot of things. China's hacked into a lot of things. Russia even hacked into the Democratic National Committee. Maybe even some state election system.
Russia's actions are a problem. They don't pose the #1 national security threat to the United States. I continue to be much more concerned when it comes to our security with the prospect of a nuclear weapon going off in Manhattan. Russia's actions are a problem. They don't pose the #1 national security threat to the United States. I continue to be much more concerned when it comes to our security with the prospect of a nuclear weapon going off in Manhattan. Russia's actions are a problem. They don't pose the #1 national security threat to the United States. I continue to be much more concerned when it comes to our security with the prospect of a nuclear weapon going off in Manhattan. A nuclear weapon going off in Manhattan. Nuclear weapon going off in Manhattan. A nuclear weapon going off in Manhattan. In Manhattan. In Manhattan. In Manhattan.
Because it's printed on the U.S. currency, that's why. And now Hillary's like, oh, the Russians, the Russians, the Russians, the Russians. Oh, the Russians, the Russians, the Russians. Oh, the Russians, poor Hillary. Oh, she didn't do all these bad things. It's the Russians. Don't pay any attention to all the lies and people I've killed and all the horrible stuff she's done. No, it's the Russians, it's the Russians, it's the Russians. It's on your money. Right there. See? Right there. 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 It's all a big wag the dog by the devil. The whole thing. People, see, let me explain something to y'all. The entire human race is a bunch of puppets. And Satan is the god of this world. He uses them like puppets. And he's eradicating any other race of beings within the human race to destroy it. To create his own race, a host body for himself. And I'm telling you, I guarantee you, what's coming is right here on U.S. currency. Do you think they took the time to make these images and actually not do them? Well, let's just use some cognitive reasoning skills. Did they print the other bombings on the other U.S. currency notes, like the Twin Towers? The answer is yes. What about the Pentagon? The answer is yes. What about the Federal Building? The answer is yes. Did they proceed forth with those bombings? The answer is yes, again, on all fronts. So did they produce these images not to do them? The answer is a resounding no. Don't get caught up in this BS going on, folks. Pay attention. Hey guys, this is a mega news flash. You guys, y'all have been watching, anyone that's been watching what I do, I decrypted the U.S. currency years ago, bills that no one else knew what was on those bills. That is an identical match to the side of the building of the Alfred P. Moore building.
I'm going to show you the old $10 bill, or the latest $10 bill. There it is. That's a tidal wave coming over a building with a radioactive sky. The sky is radioactive. There's a nuke in the background. This is a tidal wave. This is a building right here, and when I move my hand, you will see this building's reflection in the water. There it is. This is the water right here. Okay, that's the $10 bill. The $100 bill has come out, the new $100 bill. This is urgent, viral, get it out. It's coming, I guarantee it. The prophetic utterance the Lord gave me in 2007, many of those things have already happened. This is the end of it. Get ready.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, the hand of the oppressor has been lifted against you. And out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. Water as high as the walls of Jerusalem shall cover the city by the sea, and great shall be the destruction of that city.
Here is the new $100 bill. The 10 has been turned upside down. Anyone that watches my ministry should know what that means. Here come contrails of missiles right here. Here's a contrail of a missile coming in, exploding. Coming in from this side right here, exploding. The reason I'm showing it to you on this is because once you put it in a higher resolution, it's difficult to see, but with the naked eye, here again is the contrail coming in, missile exploding. This is going to be New York City, and you're going to see the water coming through now after this. Here are the buildings. Here are the buildings right here. See the buildings right here? Okay, you see all this ink right here that makes the unidirectional lines? There's darker ink in certain spots. You'll see it. Okay, these unidirectional lines is movement towards the subject, which is us. As I change the magnification, you're going to see all of this is going to turn to waves coming in from those nukes that went down, and they're going to be destroying the city. Watch. Here it goes. There it is. See it? See how it changed? See how it gets all fluffy? Boom. There it is. Buildings being wiped out. There it is. See the water? That's water. I'm going to go back. Look. There it is. Now picture the water coming at you. Boom. Boom. Now picture the water coming at you. Boom, 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 boom. Devastation. Let me show you what's going to precipitate that, which is on the new $100 bill. It's coming to New York. I guarantee it. I prophesied it in 2007. It's on the 10. The Hoover Dam also event is going to happen. They've cleared out Lake Mead. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. It's printed on the money. Okay, let me show you what's going to cause this. Here's the other side of the $100 bill. I'm going to enlarge it. There you go. This is all water splashing up. This is a missile right here. There are the fins of the missile. Here's the fuselage of the missile and the head of the missile impacting into the water. This ink represents the water going up and a nuke. Watch as I change the magnification. Ready? There it is. There it is. There you go. That's what's coming. Now all you have to do is go watch the DVD we did, Destruction of America or Crowning the Tyrant. And you'll see other images on the U.S. currency that have all been hidden right in front of your face. But if you look, there it all is. See the different layers of ink? Watch there's the missile hitting. There it is going in. There's the water coming up and the nuke beginning. There it is. All right. Also on this bill, there's this blue stripe. It's a hologram. What it is, it's if I move it around, it's the Liberty Bell and it's ringing. If you move a hologram, the hologram moves. So if there was a clanger in there and it's going like this, what would it be doing? It would be going ding, 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 ding. They are sounding their alarm. This bill is a vehicle to distribute their plans. That's what they're doing. These are their plans to nuke the United States. It's Satan's plan, by the way, Satan and the fallen angels. But we have members of our government who have been taken over by demonic spirits, and they're part of this. There it is. This blue line, it also represents a water event, and it's the bell ringing. They're ringing the bell, and I'm ringing the bell. That's what my name means. Yahweh is given a bell ringer. So I'm sounding the alarm. Prepare yourselves. I don't know the hour, the day, the month, or the year, but I'm telling you it's coming no matter what. In the story, folks, get ready. Jesus is coming. So is the end. World War III is upon us.
Then we should have made sure that we did something to determine who was going to win.